All right, y'all. Tuesday, October 11 now. So we're just 11 days from the day. We're getting a lot further along. I know what you're saying. It doesn't hardly look any different. Well, let me bring you over here and show you. Obviously, you can see we just got done slotting the bottom of the chain guard. I spent about 4 hours fixing up the stuff that we worked on yesterday, which is all of this. Look how tight this stuff is down in here, man. I mean, that's chain is I mean, that's good tension. We're good to go. Shifting is working. Shift up, shift down. It's all, look how tight all this is, man. I mean, it's really, really tight. Rich come over. I bent up a bracket, kind of made a template, bent up a bracket and a gusset. Richie tacked it in place while I held it. Welded all that stuff on yesterday. Got the motor mounts back on. Everything's tight and in place. Mounting the coil, running all this stuff, right? Just I still have to make a little bracket or something to hold my brake bias. It used to go on the side of the seat. I don't want it really on here, so we'll make up a little bracket here. I already kind of got an idea of what I want to do. If for nothing else, I mean, we'll just zip tie it here. And, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal just to reach over and adjust the brakes. Once it's kind of a set it and forget it thing with this setup. You know, you really don't do a whole bunch of bias adjusting. But you had to run everything. Cut that hose was way out here, right? We cut that way down. Changed it up a bit. Moved the coil. Used to be up against the chassis. Now it's over here. Everything had to reach. Everything in its place. You know what I mean? So it's not chafing and rubbing on anything. 4 hours. 4 hours in here doing all this stuff here, right? And I'm telling you, and you know, hooking up the throttle. We got throttle working and everything too. So it's a lot of, as Johnny always says, 5-minute jobs. Well, how many 5-minute jobs add up to 4 hours? Figure it out. I mean, everything. You got to drill and make bushings and spacers and get bolts and hardware the right length and the whole 9 yard. Everything. It just, yeah. But that's why we do it. It's the love of building and putting together all this stuff. We got our index marks on here. Our old index mark where the arm was way back here and the cable was way down lower before. This is our new index mark. So what I'm going to do is throw this thing on real quick. And we see we got like a scratch or something right that was already in the aluminum. And I just used that before I slotted the holes out to index basically where that nut is on the crank, just so we don't get anything out of whack. But now this can be bolted down and we're good to go there. We'll have to tomorrow work on the backrest portion. Richie welded it up yesterday and dropped it off. We have to slot these two holes here, right? Those got to be slotted yet. And of course, the machine turning's got to get done on this thing, which is really not that big a deal. But the biggest issue we have with this yet is the fact that we got to put 2 pan tabs on here to bolt this thing down. We won't put anything down here because we really don't need it. But this is just going to hold this piece in place. And because it's tied into this here, this has to be held in place. So when we're leaning on that with our shoulder, it won't be able to move. Lock everything down, nothing's going to move, right? So that's where we're at. I got the piece for here laid out on the aluminum. We'll cut that out tomorrow. Didn't mess with that at all today. Put a longer piece of hose on the bottle. Obviously cut that other hose down so we drained some water down. And just now getting everything back together. It's real close. I'm really, really, really close. Few things that need to be done yet. I got to bend up 2 pieces of aluminum. I'm going to make heel stops. There's no heel stops on this cart. The form-fitted seat really held you in place. You didn't need a heel stop. But now that we're just laying on a flat plane, we're going to need, I got to have a feeling we're going to need something. And I don't want to go, you know, if I got the time, I'm going to do it. There's a lot of braking at Grattan, you know, some of it from high speed too. So you don't want to have to be moving yourself around. It's not a good test of the new seating position, right? There's going to be teething pains with that as well. But there you go. It's all starting to come together before too long. Once we get this piece done, we got to get a couple mounting tabs up in here, two here and two here. Then we'll be ready to climb in again with a helmet, get Rich over, kind of throw different pieces of padding underneath and see kind of where we want to be. We'll probably roll a piece of that black padding, that roll of padding that we put in the Yamadog. We'll just roll a piece down in here just to sit on just for the weekend. We'll just tape it in place or something. I know it's a fashion show out there, but we'll use tape the appropriate color. I promise. Okay, but it's coming along, and super duper excited about how everything underneath there turned out. Really, no tolerance. I mean, it's very, very tight. Everything is so very tight. So let's hope there's no machining going on, right? Grinding and machining happening while we're turning laps. But we're almost there, folks. We're coming down the stretch. So hang tight. We'll get her together here shortly, and we'll bring you to the track because it's a test day. We'll put you on top of the helmet. We're gonna get every time we get in it, we're gonna get filmed. So we don't have to worry about getting spanked by the promoter or the racetrack or nothing like that because on the test day, I'm the boss. So, and I say tape them on your elbows. Put them wherever you want. So there you go. That's it for the 11th. Going to go in and get some grub with the wife. And I'm going to be back out here first thing tomorrow, plugging away again. Till then, till next time. Godspeed. God bless. We're praying for you. Hang in here, y'all. You get better.